Update. Just come to water the plants because of the heat in the last couple of days. I've done them in individual buckets. The reason for that is so there's no weed getting tangled up, and it's easier to if I was to give it any nutrients, which I don't, I can keep it isolated. So if one of them is affected, the rest of the plants don't die. And these buckets only cost £1 in B&Q, or these black ones, I think they're 99p at Wicks. Just drill a couple of holes in the bottom, not a couple, about 4 of them for drainage, and there you go. So it's better than buying those plant pots. So these are the piccolo. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably about 10 on that one. And this is another one, but I don't think that's the piccolo variety because they're the tall ones. They're the F ones. So going back, I've got like 4 piccolo plants, and I've got 4 standard F ones, which are the long ones. I've got an assistant here today who's going to help me pick the cucumbers. As you can see on the right hand side, they're doing alright, but I think the heat in the last few days have burnt some of my leaves. They've definitely burnt the flowers, as you can see when it focuses. So I might just, oops, I'll do it later. Just might pick them out. But there's so much flowers coming on, I'm not fussed. There's more here. Look at this one, that's a decent size. And once I pick them, I'll show you after. And there's another one here, fairly decent size. There's tons of it. And there's another big one here. These are my chilies. I'm gonna pick them. Not pick them, I mean repot some of them, because the bigger the pots, the bigger they grow. They're the Dorset Naga. 1.5 million Scoville. Definitely the ones I'll recommend. This is a bottle gourd plant here. At the moment I'm just growing it in a cardboard box. As you can see, it's a Wilco's box. Just water it. So if I want to move it, just lift up the whole carton and just relocate it. I've got some blackberries coming in, I just left it, but I'm going to prune them later on. Tomatoes, loads of them. These ones I grew all from seed at home. I think late March, early April I put them in. Just a standard tomato from supermarket, Tesco's. Sliced it up and left it in a pot with a little bit of compost, and they come up, separated them, and they just look awesome and strong as well. Look at them. Yeah, I prune them. I do try to take the suckers out, but there's plenty of. And sorry, aubergine. Here we go. See the aubergine flowers have come up. I've got 8 aubergine plants here, and all of them, touch wood, have flowers on them. See, and they're all in buckets. All in Wicks's 99p and B&Q buckets. I think they're 97p or something. The ones from Thingy. Yeah, look, there's more. And they're just like literally just put them in a pot with a bit of. The only thing I've given these plants is chicken pellets. That's it, nothing else. Just chicken pellets and water. And that's it. Bog standard water. These are potatoes. Well, just testing them in the buckets. Not really fast because the potatoes are so cheap. And here outside I've got my no dig potatoes, but unfortunately the bindweeds are on another level. I might They're just everywhere, bindweed. So look. Sweet corns, the ones that survived, the rest of them died. A few beets, French dwarf beans, and these are my peas. It's more than enough. I did put a few in there separately, not really fussed. So that's a raised bed I did. And that's another raised bed. I will eventually clear all the pallets and fill it up with soil, and then just cover it up with cardboard or newspaper, and then put these bags of fresh compost. This is the other plot which I need to work on. As you can see, it's a bit of a, it's not that clean. I'll put these in again directly into the compost bags. These bags have holes on the bottom, and so it's alright drainage wise. Slugs have had it, destroyed quite a few of them, unfortunately. And just because this is the first year I've taken over this plot, I've covered it up with plastic like Charles Dowding recommends, and I've cut holes into the plastic, and I've put some pumpkins and marrows in there. I'll see how it goes. So far they all seem to be alright, and this side they get a little bit of shade, which helps, otherwise they start burning. And this is on my left hand side, you can see it's a construction site, is where I'll hopefully this year I'll finish off my pallet wood shed. So I've done the base, I've done one of the walls, or half the wall, and hopefully I'll finish it off. I'll try to make a video as I'm progressing. I've had to dismantle the other walls that I put up because they were a bit flimsy, I didn't like it, so I took them all apart. I'm having to redo it, but bear with me, hopefully when it's done it will look nice. It's about 250 square meter, so the plot starts right at the other end, but as you can see you can't grow nothing over there because it's too much shade. That's why I put the decking on that end. And I'm going to do hopefully more raised beds here. That's my IBC, I got 2 of them, 1,000 litres each. It's worth having. I've got them for nothing because in the winter they switch the water off, and because I've got mine's on a slope, if I do the plumbing right, all I've got to do is switch it on, and the gravity will sort the pressure out for me. Alright, let me just pick some cucumbers and I'll show you. And that's it. These are your cucumbers, 3 large ones and 1 piccolo. Got some cherry, the small one. Got these, they were found these cherry, empty cherry trays away, so I just got a few of them. Look what they're alright. Just put them in there. Alright, until next time. See you all.